It's a lovely sunny day here in London and it's actually perfect timing because I'm on my way to get quite a weatherproof hairstyle. It's the famous high ponytail that you've probably seen on ARIANA GRANDE and most recently Jorja Smiths. So my go-to day-to-day, I would say, is just like this. Because it's winter, every day is kind of a bad hair day for me. So I have been experimenting more with a couple of ponytails at home. If I wake up and it's raining or my hair just isn't cooperating, I'll just quickly slick my hair back, put some gel on it, whack a ponytail on.
So what's the difference between home pony versus what you're going to have done today?
Because it's such an amazing hairstylist who knows what she's doing, it's going to be a lot neater. It'll probably last for longer. I'm hoping Zateesha will create that look perfectly on me. So about ponytails, they've obviously been around for ages, but I feel like people made such a hype when Ariana Grande first started wearing her iconic ponytail.
What people love about Ariana Grande's ponytail is the fact that it's so dramatic. It's not something you would actually wear day to day. It is a statement within itself.
So then for a ponytail, you're trying to get it to match the texture of the hair extensions?
As closely as possible. I'd say it's always best to get a texture which is closer to your hair. If not, slightly more texture than your hair, then you can always take it back if you need to, rather than making it sleeker and then you're having to use more heat on your hair than necessary.
What would you do to prep hair for a ponytail?
So the first thing I do is apply a heat protection spray. So I'll spray that through the roots and the lengths of the hair before I blow dry.
You're so gentle, like
yes.
It doesn't hurt.
Do you know why?
all.
You don't need to hurt
you
people while you do
that.
that.
If you have curly hair or textured hair or like afro hair, you don't necessarily always want to have a super straight, sleek pony. Like it's really nice, romantic to have something that matches your hair texture a bit more. And that's where Jorja Smiths comes in, because I look at her ponytails, which you create so amazingly, and I'm like, that's it, that's what I want.
I think as well, even for Jorja, is having something that she can relate to herself, because she also has curly hair. And I think a lot of people just naturally assume in order to be presentable and to be fashionable, it has to be sleek and smooth, and it really doesn't. You can be true to yourself. You're not suppressing how you want to wear your hair for somebody else, ultimately.
So how long can a ponytail last for?
So the ponytail, I usually recommend it should stay in for up to a week or so. I do have some clients who have it in for longer than that, but it just depends on your lifestyle and also how you maintain your hair. So ensuring that you do wear a satin scarf to bed at night, then it tends to stay in for quite a while. Depending on the level of humidity outside, I do often also spray quite a generous amount of hairspray. And then the next step I get you to do is you can tilt your head slightly back. That's actually the trick to making sure the ponytail is completely smooth. Also, if this bit is uncomfortable, you can just open your mouth so slightly and it just releases the tension in the neck.
What? That's so weird.
Yeah.
I literally just felt like my whole neck just relaxed.
So once you've got your hair smooth through the back, this is the fun part where you use the elastic. So sometimes this can be quite tricky. I tend to fold it over just so it gives me a bit more thickness with the ponytail, but you don't need a lot of elastic. You place the elastic into your fingers, just hold securely, and then you take this bit as a hook, and then you just wrap it around. So I would now lay the baby hairs. So again, just a little bit of spray to control. Sometimes it's nice if it's not too done, because it looks like you haven't made that much of an effort, you just look really good naturally. I think that's the main thing with working with any hair texture, is just to try and go the direction the hair does grow in, especially with your baby hairs. And then I'd place this around the hairline. I'm just going to do a braid, 3 strands. So just do this bit as tightly as possible. So then once you've done this, then you can go in and start securing the hair for your ponytail.
I just couldn't believe it was wrapped from the bottom of my plait upwards rather than just putting all the hair at the front.
And sometimes I do find if I've got a bit at the back that looks a bit too much like it's trailing off, I do cut that off. At this stage, you'd remove your hairband and your hairline's smooth. Now, if you're going out for a night and you're going to be in loads of pictures, I always like to Put a little bit more shine through the hair, just because it picks up really nicely in
Yeah.
the light, especially with the ponytail, just around the base. I use a little bit more oil. So if you turn, you can kind of see where it's picking up the light. So in a
Yeah.
picture, it looks really, really lovely. And that's it.
Yay! It feels really good. It feels like surprisingly really comfortable. I'm not like, feel like I'm suffering for it, but I still am definitely aware that there's a lot more hair on my head. I love it. So I'm back at my desk. I have a little bit of a tension headache, but I think as the day goes on, it will ease up a bit. And I'm really not used to having so much hair on my head, but all in all, I'm really happy with it. And I think I'll keep it in for tomorrow too. Headscarf on all night, which is what Zateesha told me to do to protect the sleekness. And even though it moved quite a bit during the night, everything is still perfect underneath. And the curls are still popping. My edges are still perfect. And it was actually really comfortable to sleep in all night, so I'm ready for day 2 of the princess ponytail.